Welcome to Revive. It's about that time. Welcome to Revive. It's about that time. All I need is one mic. You know what time it is. Open up your ears. You know what time it is. Open up your mind. It's about that time. It's your girl P.O.C. Hey! It's your girl P.O.C.
Really having questions what I really need. That's why skeletons in my closet like nigga be easy. Cause for your mistakes, we ain't got no more room. And if you open this door, it's gonna be a war room. And if you open this door, it's gonna be a monsoon. The energy you can't contain, little nigga, you better change your behavior. So taking care of yourself and drinking more water, boy. Take care of your health and collect your wealth and count your blessings. And never disrespect a good session of self-reflection.
Yes, man, that's Big O. We won't even like that. We better go talk. We got Big O in the building right now. Talk about his journey and everything he got coming up in 2019. Yo, Big O, how you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling real good,
man,
real good.
I'm happy to be sitting next to you. You know, Javier just hyped us up real quick. You know, shout out to the bros real quick. Yo, yesterday was Steve Harvey's birthday. He turned 62, and he literally hopped through his team as he was going up to do his show yesterday. He hopped all the way to his microphone yesterday.
As he should.
Yes, that was funny with me. But I wanted to go ahead and introduce you. Go ahead and introduce yourself so the people know exactly who they listen to.
My name is Big O the Poet, B-I-G, letter O, T-H-E, P-O-E-T, on YouTube, IG, and Facebook.
I feel you on that. And you are a poet, man.
I used to do the Issa Rae in front of the mirror at the job, and just spit rhymes, whatever it was, you know.
So it's not just awkward black girls out there, it's awkward black boys out there too?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. I used to spit in the mirror, whatever. You know how everybody think they're a rapper coming up.
Mm-hmm.
But I used to think like, to be a rapper or whatever, you had to sell drugs or, you know, rob people or, you know, do something violent. Cause
I don't know, don't say I know, don't try to throw me under the
bus. I mean, not that you know, but I'm saying that's growing up, you know, that's how the TV portrayed the black person.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, the only thing you could make it out with was what? A ball, a joke, or a song.
So, or screwing somebody over, you know, being part of the grass in the barrel, that part too. So when you first wrote your first piece, did you say, yo, I could really do this poetry thing? Like, how was it when you sat down and wrote your first piece?
So I wrote my first piece about my sister.
Okay.
Like, so my older sister.
Shout out to Black women.
Shout out to Portia, you know, shout out to Portia.
She's excited. She listening right now like, yeah, that's real big bro right there.
Right. So I wrote my first piece about her, just, you know, like her growing up, she was going through a lot of health conditions and problems.
Okay. And
that's the first piece I ever wrote, completed, and performed. So, you know, I got like a good response and I was like, oh,
okay,
all right, let me try something else. So then I did like 2 more pieces and I went to Stockton University.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Stockton. But I started hosting poetry events for my fraternity, Vegas South Phi Fraternity Incorporated.
Okay.
And then, you know, I tried
this because I believe in collective consciousness. I believe, you know, in creating in a collective way. So for you, when it comes to artists, and especially you by you being, you know, a poet, when it comes to creating different poems, do you look for other resources to help you when it comes to writing? And if so, is that considered, you know, ghostwriting?
Other resources meaning what?
Like, could you say you chilling with the homies? So let's say if you and me be rocking out one day, you trying to come up with a poem, trying to come up with a piece, and you're like, what goes with Harriet Tubman? And I'm like, yo, put in there these shoes, you know, something like that. And then you're like, oh, all right, that's a flow. When you said shoes, I came up with this whole different concept of which direction to go into. So is that considered, you know, a collective piece of being created together, or is that considered ghostwriting?
Alright, so for me personally, I would consider it, you know, neither, because how I rock, I mean, I take inspiration from anything. It could be the simplest thing. It could be the way you said something, like, or the way you put 2 words together. But I ain't gonna tell you, I might just be like, yo, you gonna be like, what? I'm like, dog, I just found the next piece.
So you over here stealing ideas and I even telling them?
Nah, it's inspiration. People find inspiration from anything, you know.
So you don't tell people how they inspired you?
I will once the product get complete.
Okay, I ain't mad at you for that. And how long does it take you to complete a project?
I mean, it depends. It really depends. Like if it's something I know that I got the beginning, middle, and end, I'm gonna get it done immediately. It's not a problem. But some pieces take longer. Like some pieces is just like you gotta step away from even trying to create. Because when you force it, it ain't gonna be the same product as when it come naturally. So like I just live life and however the experience come, it come. But I just know when to take or grab from that experience and put it into words.
But it's so much going on in the world right now. You know what I'm saying? You can talk about anything on your pieces.
Right.
So let's just talk about what you got coming up in 2019 right now when it comes to your collection. Do you actually name each and every piece?
I do.
Since when?
Since like 2013-ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how many pieces would you say you have in your collection?
Collectively, I mean, I got a lot of ideas in the notes that ain't finished.
Okay.
So, but like done upwards to like 10.
And for someone who does poetry, right? And you continue to complete your pieces. How do you archive them? Like, what are you doing with your pieces after you perform them for the first time or the second time? How do you keep that as an archive?
So I definitely, I save it in Word, store it in an email file, store it in the drive.
Right.
And then
most of this hard drive, y'all. I got some pieces out there.
And then, I ain't got that much. I'm just starting back out and taking it serious. Like, the more people that say something to me after I perform or whatever, it's like, all right, keep going, bro. I'm like, word. They're like, yo, that moved me. Response, and shout out to Just Jocelyn. She be hosting Sip and Speaks every other Wednesday. And she was the host, and she was just like, yo, keep going what you do. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try to, get my little social media up.
Get my little social media up.
I never did social media, so I said I'm gonna try to get my little social media up or whatever, and I'm gonna just keep coming back out to Philly to perform. And then.
So when you did the Just Jocelyn, the open mic, was that your first time performing in Philly?
No.
Okay.
That was
Shout out
my
to Just Jocelyn.
second time.
Okay.
But that was me like, all right, I'm gonna keep coming back out here. Though. That was the first time I was like, all right, I'm gonna keep coming back out here. So.
You caught the wave when you came out there the second time.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with you on that. And I wanted to ask you too because while you were talking, you said, you are part of Make It Sound 5. And, when you think about the BARZ, you think about a lot of masculinity, right? You think about a lot of men with their chest poked out, and their tongues hanging out their mouth. But at the same time.
Are you sure that's what you
No, I'm just playing. I got a lot of
saying.
brothers that are my friends and my brothers too at the same time. But I'm just saying, just masculinity in general, right? And when you think about poetry, some people may put that in a feminine box. You know what I mean? That it's a lot of women who, portray their voices through poetic sounds, as well as just how it's displayed. It can come off a little not masculine, not masculine. I don't even know how to say it. Like
I know what you mean.
Yeah, but I don't want to take away who you are as a person. But I wanted to just ask you that: how are you keeping, or how are you putting that image out there that men who consider themselves to be masculine can still show, their voices in different ways?
I mean, I'm just expressing myself. So at the point in time, it's going to be masculine because I am who I am. You know what I mean? But I never thought, poetry was something to be thought of as feminine. You know what I mean? So I just feel like if I say something and you connect with it, no matter how you feel or how macho you feel, like if you connect with it, you won't respond. So
that's like listening to Usher or Trey Songz song. Like,
right.
And
everybody really got their favorite R&B list.
Okay.
Everybody got that playlist they cut on. And so would that make you not masculine because you got that R&B playlist?
I feel you.
People singing about love.
Is Jacquees the king of R&B? Come on, let me know.
Alright, but you gotta break that down. So for his generation, probably.
You're a part of his generation, right?
I mean, I wouldn't consider myself. I consider myself a part of the Chris Brown generation.
Okay, because when he was 16, we was 16.
Right.
We was running it.
Yeah, all that.
I feel you on that.
So I feel like I'm part of the Chris Brown generation.
So do you think
and
poetry?
even the Usher generation.
Yeah, Usher too. That was a whole nother, 1837 right there.
Yeah.
I feel you on that. Do you feel like, poetry and R&B can intertwine at times? Because Jill Scott did it amazingly. So it did flow.
Jill Scott.
Yeah.
Nah, it definitely could intertwine. Like, I feel like R&B, rap, any type of form of music is poetry.
Okay.
But all types of form of music. I mean, it's like I got like thought or saying or whatever. It's like all rap is poetry, but I know all poetry is rap, and I go across all type of music.
What you mean by that? Break that down.
So like, you know, if you rap, you put words together. You know, you putting a message together, you putting a concept together, you putting a theme together. That's poetry.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's putting words together to send a message. But you know, all poetry ain't rap, but all rap is poetry.
So why is it poetry rap, but rap is poetry? Give me head.
Because like it's just about connecting words. So like they write this, like it's definitely a lane. It just ain't been tapped into. I feel like, and you know.
So you gonna create the first
Hey, I'm trying to shoot.
label for poets?
Come sign me.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm talking about you gonna create your
me
own
create-
label for poets.
Oh yeah, I'm building. I'm building. My little I'm building. You
Your
know,
little gang. You know what
my
I'm
next
saying?
step
All
gotta be my
books.
best step. You know what I mean? So I'm
And your
I'm
steps are in
building.
water right now,
You
it
know.
sounds like. So I appreciate you and everything you got going on. But I want to ask you this last question, right? So when it comes down to being a poet, what is the biggest difficulties? What is the biggest, you know, thing that you face, or just poets? What do they face, you know, as far as just being an artist?
Honestly, I ain't really face other than car trouble. I ain't really, you feel me? Getting to the actual spot, event, you know, I ain't really face that many problems. Cause I feel like, you know, if you prepare when you perform,
Okay.
you know, it shouldn't be no pressure.
So all these rap artists out here, they just whining and crying for no reason?
Ooh, well, you know.
Because they feel like it's always something their way why they can't be great.
Hey, look, that's a lot of propaganda. Like, you know, whatever the rap is doing. But like, I feel like, you know, for me, I mean, I'm just starting back out, you know, and I'm continuing it now. I don't really see no problems. You know, I connect with people. I talk to them. I go perform because at the end of the day, you know, you just want to be heard.
Mhm.
You feel me? And whoever it inspires, it inspires. You know what I mean? Because if you hold on to your art, you know, that's only comforting you. But if, you know, you release it to the world, you got the potential to inspire forever. So your talent going to shine through no matter what.
No matter what.
You feel me? So it's going to come, you know, be patient, be humble.
I feel you, and your talent is definitely shining through right now here on Revive Radio. I gotta put you black on blast, man. Yo, Big O. The people want to hear from you again, man. We gotta get another poem out of you today.
I call this piece Snack Time.
Ooh. Me.
I said, just because your booty's full, love, that don't mean you beautiful. Listen, that's a common misconception. And if you think working with your mama gave to you gonna work for you, then you're gonna need some contraceptives. See, as a youngin', she done taught you many things, how to cook, how to clean, yeah, some valuable lessons. But the lessons that skip your head, that's not even in your back mind, is something that we used to call snack time. Listen, as a child, your favorite snack was a box of cookies. And every night your mother would take the cookies out the box and stick them in a jar. And you would ask, Mama, what you do that for? And she would say, so your cookies won't get stale. You can eat them all week. Baby, this preserves the taste. And every night she stick that jar at the highest top shelf. And you would ask, Mama, what you do that for? And she would say, child, it's to keep your cookies safe. See, because if you keep your cookies near the bottom in arm's reach, somebody could come through and snatch them effortlessly. But who do that, you'd ask? And she said, child. You know how your brother get when everybody sleep? He creep down and tear your box up, eating every cookie all in one night. And tomorrow morning you'll be tearing up, crying, all from one night. But y'all ain't even hear me though. What that sound like? Boys creeping through in one night standing, leaving the box teared up. Leaving the box teared up. Leaving the box tore down. Emotions and feelings were so high last night. Well, it's the AM. He gone in. Now you all worn down. On the edge of your bed sitting, thinking, feeling like you won't be subject to the name calling, but don't you dare feel like a whore now. And I see y'all faces like, get to the moral of the story, big bro. You sound fat. Because all I heard was something cookie snacks. But the moral is, girl, stop getting your cookie snatched. Know your self-worth. Because if you try without putting in work, tell them your cookie's at the top. That's that shelf worth. See, because I believe anything that's earned is positive. But if he ain't have to work for it, then that thing negative, like a test that come back positive. Thank you.
Yes. You went into a whole other situation with that one.
What's up? This Big O the Poet, B-I-G, letter O, T-H-E, P-O-E-T, on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Make sure you keep yourself locked into Revive Radio.